The resume is only going to talk about roughly 20% of the information you need to get a job, whereas the remaining 80% of that can be conveyed through a cover letter. It can speak of you personally in terms of your creativity, your personality, your work style, work habits, and your critical thinking. A resume that just comes without a cover letter is much less likely to be considered. It's your chance to kind of convince the employer why you might be a good fit for their job. There's really three parts to a cover letter. The first paragraph should just talk about the position, how you found it. The second paragraph, you generally want to talk about your skills and qualifications, how they fit with the organization. Then the third paragraph should kind of just say you're available to interview at any time and talk about your availability for interviewing. One of the mistakes I think that a lot of people make with cover letters is they don't write them addressed to any individual. It'll be the same cover letter they've used and it won't be specified for any position. You always want to send it to the correct person, so you want to call the firm and employer and ask them if you're sending it to the right person. You want to say something that kind of makes you stand out, that gets people's attention. You don't want to use like legal terminology. You want to use very simple, straightforward language. And the cover letter should be brief, 3 or 4 paragraphs at most. You don't need to say a lot. The other thing too is you want to list your strength and qualifications to kind of address the needs of the employer. So talk about what you offer the employer, not necessarily what you expect to get. Take a look at the job opening and see what they're asking for and try to direct yourself towards that. You want to be conservative. You don't want to use special colors and so forth in your resume. You just want to be very upfront. You don't want to exaggerate your skills. You want to be very straightforward about what you offer. And if you don't have the certain skills, you just don't say anything about it. And you don't want to keep using a cover letter that's not working. If you're not getting responses, there may be something wrong with your cover letter. Sometimes you can consider taking a sales training course and apply that knowledge to sell yourself to employers to learn better how to be more enthusiastic and bring out your strengths. 2 good ways to open a cover letter are first to promise a benefit to the reader by describing the advantage you'll bring to the employer, or second to identify the need that the employer may have and how you can fill that need. Well, in the body, you should explain why the reader should interview you. You should also detail your specific skills or knowledge and kind of tie your background to the job skills. Cover letter will typically end by telling the reader that you'll follow up and include your contact information.